Hello, math champions. In this video, we are going to learn about division of fractions. Before we start division of fractions, I want to explain about a concept called reciprocal. Reciprocal. What is that reciprocal? Reciprocal means if we have a number like 4, we know if 4 is a whole integer, we can represent it as a fraction by saying it is having a denominator 1, right? 4 by 1. So the reciprocal of this 4 will be the numerator becoming the denominator and the denominator becoming the numerator. This is the meaning. This is the reciprocal. So reciprocal of, let's say, let's say another fraction. Reciprocal of 3/5 is 5 becomes the numerator now and 3 becomes the denominator. This is the meaning of reciprocal. Okay. Now we understood what is reciprocal. Okay. I want you to remember this. Just that numerator becomes the denominator, denominator becomes the numerator. This is the reciprocal. We're going to use this concept in understanding division. Okay. So let's start to understand division of fractions by thinking about a normal division. Normal division, that means what? 12 divided by 3. Simple. This is how we used to do 12 divided by 3, right? How can we make this 12 divided by 3? Let's take 12. Okay. Okay. Number grids, number bars, no number. Let's take number frames. Yes, number frames. Let's take. This is a 10 and this is a 12, totally 12. 12 is there. So what is the meaning? How do we do? In previous other videos of how normal divisions are done, I have explained how normal division is also visualized. So this is the entire 12. If you see 12 dots are there. What is the meaning of 12 divided by 3 is, I'm taking a 3 here. So this, how many such 3 blocks can I make? Can I make within this 12? That's the meaning, right? So I have taken 3 threes till now. Now the fourth 3 I have taken. That means this 12 could be grouped as 4 threes, isn't it? 4 threes. That would be my answer, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 such threes I could make, right? So if this is the entire thing and this is the group size this is, and this will give me the number of groups, correct? This will be the number of groups. So that is the meaning of our division. So this is the beginning we start with, and what will be the group size? 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Now, how many such groups can be made? That will be my answer for division, right? Let's keep this concept, understand this. If you have not understood this, pause the video and start again. Start again to understand what is division properly. That means, let me again recap. Whenever we have a number, okay, it is divided by another number. What is the meaning? Now the given number 12 is, divided or grouped in group sizes of 3. When you group like that, how many such groups can be made? That will be your answer. Okay. Whatever the number divided by the group size gives you the answer, the division answer, that is number of groups. Okay. Keeping this answer, let's try to do some division of fractions. Let's take 1. 1 is divided by 1/4, let's say. Means we know 1 is greater than 1/4. Just like how 12 was greater than 3, 1 is greater than 1/4. Now, how do we do this? For that, let's take fraction bars itself, okay? 1. Just like how we took 12, I'm taking this entire 1. Now, how did we do for 12 divided by 3? We took the 3, 3, 3, 3. How many 3's that could be made? That was the answer, right? Similarly, I will take a 1/4. I'll take a 1/4. This is my 1/4. 1/4 I have taken. Then let me use another one. Okay, second one I have taken. Third one I have taken. Fourth one I have taken. That means 4 such 1/4 was actually filling up this entire one. So, by the same understanding, the answer is 4. Similarly, if I do 1 divided by a 1/7, okay, that means what? 1 I'm taking, and let me take a 1/7. If you see, 7 such 1/7s, 7 such 1/7s I have to use. See here, if you see here, what is happening? 7 such things had to be used to fill it up, right? 7 such 1/7s was, so the answer is number of groups is 7. Now, if you notice these two divisions, what do we find here? What do we find here? There's some connection here, no? What is happening here? If we try to do the reciprocal, see what is happening? 1/4 was here, and the reciprocal of that 4/1 is coming as answer here. Correct? The 1/7 here, the reciprocal of 1/7, 7/1 is coming here as answer. Oh, is there a connection between these two things? Let's try to do with a different kind of a division. Like instead of using 1, let's use 2. 2 divided by 1/3. Let's try to do this and see. Okay, let's try to do this and see. 2 means I would need 2 holes. So I will take 2 holes. Okay, I'll take 2 holes. And now I'll have to see how many 1/3s I might require. Correct? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. 3 1/3s I took, used. Okay. 3 1/3s and again 3 1/3s. That means totally I have used 6 1/3s now. So the answer I got is 6. Oh, now the reciprocal is not coming. Right? The reciprocal of 1/3 would have been 3/1. But 3/1 is not coming. 6/1 is coming. Is there a connection between this 3/1 that should have come with us, but there's a 2 here? Oh, yeah, the 3/1, whatever we could have got, multiplied by the 2, right? Multiplied by the 2. Multiplication of fractions you would have learned. If you have not learned, go back and learn that in the previous video. So, 3/1 multiplied by 2 will give me a 6/1. Oh, this is a fantastic, trick or something that we have found. What is the thing that we have found? Now, the simple way to do division is what if I take the reciprocal of this, okay, reciprocal of the divisor 3/1 and multiply with the dividend. So I am getting the answer 6/1, which is correct. Can I do the same thing for this problem? Let's see. Whatever the dividend is there, I keep it as it is. Instead of the division, I do a multiplication. And the divisor, whatever 1/4 was there, I will do a reciprocal of it. That means 4/1 I will do. Then, now, when I converted the division to a multiplication, dividend is kept as it is. And the divisor, the 1/4, becomes a reciprocal 4/1. And now when I multiply, I get a 4/1 as the answer, which was the same thing that I got there before. So now, what is the final trick that we understood for division? Let us recap and see whether this works. Okay. Let's take a different number. Let's say 6 multiplied, 6 divided by a 1/3. What am I going to do this for this? 6, the dividend remains as it is. The division becomes a multiplication only when the divisor, the reciprocal, it becomes a reciprocal. That means the answer is 18/1 or 18 itself. Correct? So this is how we got the answer. Let's try to see whether that was correct, whatever we found, right? Whatever we did, right? 6 means totally I will need 6 of them. Let's Let's get 6, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, let's see. We're just going to arrange for the sake of, properly visualizing it. That's all. So totally I have 6 holes I have here. How many 1/3 will I require? Look at this. 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Look at this. We got 18 such 1/3 we had required, and that is what we got the answer also. So whatever the technique that we have finalized works for any fraction, right? Now, any whole number divided by fraction. Now, let's try to apply the same thing for now what to say, fraction divided by a fraction. That means let's take 1/4 divided by let's say 1/2 divided by a 1/4. Okay, 1/2 divided by a 1/4. Okay, and let us first do the technique that we did, and we'll also verify it with our visual model understanding. What is the technique? Keep the dividend as it is. The division sign becomes a multiplication, and the divisor becomes a reciprocal 4/1. Okay. So now it becomes a fraction multiplication. So I just have 1 times 4, 4. 2 times 1 is 2. And we also know that 4/2, when we simplify this fraction, we will get it as, right? We'll get it as 2/1, right? How? Equivalent fractions. When we divide this by 2, the numerator divide by 2, denominator also divide by 2, I get 4 divided by 2 is 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I have got the 2. That means 2 is the answer I have got. Let's see visually whether this is correct or not. How do we do it visually? Whatever is the 1/2 that I'm going to take, right? So it's not a 1 whole, 1/2 is what I require. Similarly, now divided by 1/4 means I will have to take the 1/4. Okay, 1/4. Now, how many such pieces will fill my 1/2? That's the answer for me, right? So if you see, totally 2 such 1/4 was required to get my answer, to fill up that 1/2. And that was my answer also here, which is correct perfectly. That means even for fraction divided by fraction, the technique that we finally discovered works. Correct? Now, I would want you to go ahead and try to do this visually as well as a trick wise. One or two problems that I'm going to give you here. So at the end of the video, please pause the video, or important is to practice to find out the answer, and so that find out the answer by yourself so that you can solidify the concept in your mind. So go ahead and do 15 divided by 1/6. What is the answer? And let's say okay, let's give a different. Okay, let's give 2/3 divided by a 1/15. 1/15. What is the answer? Okay, do it with a trick wise as well as visually later on, and verify your answer, thereby solidifying your concepts of division of fractions. And this is one of the important concepts for your foundation in mathematics. So go ahead and do it and enjoy learning mathematics by knowing what, how, why behind the things that you usually see, just the tricks and tips. Okay, understand that in that way. Okay, I'll see you in the next video, Math Champions. Bye bye.